Day one of the NCAA Wrestling Championships. The Golden Flashes have lost 3 competitors, one still alive in the national hunt for the championship, Nic Bedelyon. Coach, let's start right there and talk about Nicky. It seemed like he had a wake-up call, trailing the Iowa State guy by 2, and then he scores 13 unanswered.
Well, you know, Nicky, it just takes a little time to get going sometimes, and it was a wake-up call of just how he wrestles. Tomorrow we need to come out and be a little bit more crisp than that to advance in this tournament.
Talk about a second match a little bit, a guy he had seen before and had beaten before. And again, he opens up a pretty big lead and kind of coasts down the stretch.
Well, he gave up one takedown. I think the score was 7-9 at one point, and 5 of those points the other kid had were off escapes.
Right.
So it looked a lot closer than it really was. Nicky actually dominated the match. He just gave up a takedown at a bad time of the match. But like I said, he'd beaten that kid before. I think he felt real comfortable in the match. So it was, as a coach, I wasn't overly concerned. I thought he was moving well. I thought he was doing the right things. He ended up winning, which is at this point a win's a win. Doesn't matter how you get him.
National quarterfinals tomorrow morning for Nick against Jesse Delgado of Illinois, and Coach, he had some success against him, but it was very, very early. How do you see this matchup now, 3 or 4 months later?
Well, he's young, so I think he's gotten a lot better, and Nicky's where he's at. It would be like a closer match this time around. Nick just got in the scrambles and won the scrambles. I think it was like a 9-3 match or 9-4 match, and he won the scrambles. I guarantee they're going to tell this kid not to scramble, try to keep everything basic. We need to get Nicky moving, keep him going, try and get him in those sorts of scrambles so we can have scoring points. That's what our game plan is going to be.
Valley Schuster loses a close one, 2-1 in his opener. He loses on Thursday night as well. You also lose Keith Witt and Brendan Barlow. They just never really got it going, especially offensively, did they?
Yeah, this is a tough tournament. I tell our guys all the time that you got to be ready to go, and it isn't about talent. It isn't about. It's about everything all combined. And they never really got themselves going. And sometimes it's hard because of who you wrestle. And they fought real hard, but they were on the wrong end of the stick there when the buzzer came to an end.
112 career victories for Brendan Barlow. Talk about his career a little bit.
He's part of one of these guys that's taken us to the next level. I can go back to the Jermails and the Chines and the Drew Lashaways, and they got us into the top 20. And Brendan's, even though he didn't accomplish what he wanted, he's one of those guys that got us to the next level as far as being a top 15 team and coming here and having success. I know this was a rough year for him. I don't know if it was just because Kilgore wasn't around, didn't have a good training partner, or what it was, but he's had a great career, and he's going to be successful in life because he works real hard and he knows how to do the right things. And like I said, he's helped our program to the next level. We're going to miss him. I know that we've had 2 really, really good heavyweights the last 6 or 8 years, whatever it's been between Jermail and him. And we're going to struggle next year with the new guy in there, but hopefully we can develop somebody like we did those 2 guys.
5th seed Ian Miller. Coach, I know you don't want to talk about this one, but he kind of got surprised by somebody who has beaten now 2-seeded guys, Zach Ardino of Hofstra. So how did you see that match?
I didn't see it the way that it went down, that's for sure. And it's a tough tournament. Ian's got to get tougher as we move forward in this tournament. He's still in it. He still has, it doesn't matter how you advance in this tournament to be an All-American. It doesn't matter if you do it from the championship bracket or the loser bracket. He's still considered the 6th best guy at the weight class in the country. He just has to take another way of getting there. And he needs to get tough here because, he's a freshman. He's down on himself. These tournaments really, really go into it and to lose if you're not tough. And, it's one of those things where we need to go back to the hotel, get him ready for tomorrow, and hopefully he'll come out here and he'll understand a little bit more how important every single thing he does. He's really, really talented. We got to get him to become a full wrestler, and hopefully he can start tomorrow with him so he understands how important this is to everybody.
Well, Casey Newberg drew a really tough assignment in his first match, lost to the number 2 seed, but Coach, he looked awfully good in his wrestleback match.
Yeah, he wrestled real well. He lost that kid early in the year, so it's a situation where you can tell he's improving. He actually broke the kid, I think. He held him down, and just there was a changing point in that match where the kid didn't want to wrestle him anymore. And like I said, it's contagious. You start winning down here, and that's what we're trying to get Ian to do, start winning, and it becomes very contagious. When Nic Bedelyon was an All-American, he lost his first match, and he came back and he won 4 in a row. And each match he got a little bit more grindy and figured out ways to win and figured out how to score points. And kids want to give up here sometimes. They want to be out drinking and doing all kinds of things. So it's just one of those things, if you just pound through these matches and get going, you can win a lot of matches by being tough.
Well, the Golden Flashes will try to keep their 4 still alive tomorrow, beginning with Nic Bedelyon in the national quarterfinals. If he wins, he's on to the national semifinals and guarantees The second time that he will be an All-American. A win there, he's in the national championship match. For head coach Jim Andrassy, Tylander from St. Louis, this is the Kent State Sports Network.